So I've been on this like brand new amazing diet lately, just trying to drop some lbs. Big problem with that. I have to go get another belt.
Yeah.
Do you have a belt I can use?
I mean, I don't have a belt.
Do we know anyone that has a belt?
I can think of about 4 people who have belts.
Well,
Some of them have a couple.
hopefully maybe one of them will let me borrow it. Or at least pick it up off the table at an after party and pose with it real quick and then put it right back down.
I feel like somebody did, but then they went ahead and lost it.
Oh, that wasn't my fault.
Nope.
Oh. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? We are the Cinefanatics. My name's Robert Adams.
I am Chris Adams.
And we are here today because, well, there's a pandemic still going on, and so the Schmoedown people decided to release the exhibition matches, or at least a couple of them on YouTube. So we are reacting to the champions match? The match of champions?
Go ahead and date that as to when we filmed this.
Well, I mean, obviously you can tell judging by our freshly cut hair and facial hair, and I mean, anyone who's going through our backlogs. Anyways, so yeah, we're doing a reaction to this match because we still haven't watched it yet.
We're doing it just in time to upload to YouTube for all of you people who can view it publicly now.
So, good timing.
Corona.
Anyways, so yeah, it's the 4 current champions as of right now. You've got Dan Murrell and his
Rocha.
partner, John Rocha.
He was on one of our shows.
Oh,
Good
that's
Lord.
right. Anyways,
yeah, so Dan and John are both teams belt holders. Dan is also the singles belt holder, so he's got 2 belts.
makes it convenient since they can only get like 6 people on a StreamYard.
That's true.
If they're using StreamYard. They might be using Zoom, I don't know.
I think it's StreamYard on this one. That's why it works out. Because then also you have Kevin Smets, who's currently still holding the Innergeekdom belt, and who probably will be for the rest of this year. Because he probably won't have a face-off for it at all. And then you have Alex Damon, who's got the Star Wars belt, and he'll have it for us this year, even if he plays a match for it.
Yeah, probably. We're saying this knowing full well there's a Star Wars championship or tournament, and there's an IG tournament coming. Anyways, so here's the puzzle.
Get your words straight. Good Lord.
I can't. Here's the puzzling thing with this, and this is what's going to be really interesting, is typically this would be the point where I would say, well, who do you got? But let's connect the dots on who do you got real quick. Cue the Charlie Day meme of the board connecting things.
Charlie Day from It's
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And horrible bosses, and yeah.
No, that specifically comes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. Let's start with Alex Damon. Alex Damon is the current Star Wars champion.
Yep.
He's also starting to dabble in Innergeekdom.
Yep.
Then you've got Dan Murrell, current singles champion and part of the team's champion.
Also wants to dabble in Innergeekdom.
Also, he wanted to start dabbling in Innergeekdom. He's not going to. I don't think he's going to be able to this season because he's working on his channel and whatnot.
Assuming they don't have any more Innergeekdom matches post IG tourney.
But has he already started working on Innergeekdom? Because of course he's probably studying with Mara Kanopik.
Yeah, but probably not by that much since he's starting his own channel.
Possibly. Yeah. But he may have already started maybe a little bit of studying, or at least a little more active watching of Innergeekdom movies.
At least the ones that he doesn't already know pretty well, like Star Trek.
Yeah. Then you've got Rocha, who's also current team's champion, but also is very knowledgeable at Star Wars. He's a big Star Wars fan.
And he knows some Innergeekdom stuff, too. Whether he comes out and admits it or not, or what have you, I know there's been talk of him dabbling in some of these other divisions.
Yeah, and then you've got Kevin Smets,
who's good at Innergeekdom,
current IG champion.
Yep,
hasn't really played in anything else except IG.
He's done the free for all. He talks about Star Wars a lot, and I think that he probably could actually do pretty well in Star Wars. It's just whenever he gets the opportunity to do so, really.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of people who are mostly well-rounded-ish.
Doing all that kind of stuff as well.
I think, I don't know, obviously you would think the weaker links here would be Smets and Damon, because they don't have necessarily the wide range of general knowledge. Yeah. Whereas one would think it might be easier for a Dan Rocha, especially as they've talked about Star Wars and Innergeekdom stuff before, to have a more well-rounded knowledge, even bleeding over into those nerdier divisions. So when you ask who you got, it's a toss-up on this one. I think it the easy answer is to go for Dan Murrell.
That's what I'm probably thinking, is Dan would probably be the safe bet on this.
But you never know what's going to happen, because if they ask just a few more Star Wars questions maybe than some other things, maybe Damon takes it.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome for him.
Yeah.
But you can never count out Rocha either, and I made sure to mention him third, because if you mention him fourth, something bad happens.
Yeah.
And then Smets obviously is just super knowledgeable in Innergeekdom, so if there's more Innergeekdom questions than otherwise, he's got a real shot at this too.
Yeah.
It's anyone's game, really, but I think, the easy answer is to go for Murrell.
Yeah. So eager to get into this. I want to see how that's going to be. This is also going to be very fun for us to play with, because I have to assume that we're talking about championship level questions here, since we're dealing with all the belts.
Yeah, one would think so. So it's going to test our mettle a little bit.
Yeah. So
because we're not champions.
No. We're not even active players right now. So I mean,
I'm actively sitting here on my couch still playing along.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Besides that.
That's about as active as I get, though.
Anyways, so this, again, going back to, this was the beginning of, like, what are they going to do during the pandemic? And this was, like, fresh right off the idea of, let's just do a bunch of exhibition matches that will just go to Patreon, so at least we have some kind of content still. So this is I think this is the first match. I don't know if this is the first one they filmed.
It is.
Okay, so this is their first jumping into doing this via StreamYard or...
Yeah. You know what's... I just thought of this. It's very unfortunate that pandemic is such a negative sounding word, because I like to think it's a panda with Mickey ears.
Let's jump into this this Schmoedown reaction, and let's see how well we do.
I thought that was a good thought. Just nice and positive sounding. Shouldn't have mentioned it. My computer fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, buddy.
Alligator 3.
Oh, rest in peace, Ted. I don't know why I opened my marker yet. It's going to be a minute.
Patreon exhibition match. Battle of the Champions. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's the champions battling.
There's a whole lot of gold right there.
Rocha's not mentioned fourth on there either.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the movie trivia.
I feel like they're doing that on purpose.
What an interesting way to do things
Have
it has been.
Toon Squad.
Doing it. I'm Christian Harloff, joined as always by Baby
Carrots.
Carrots, Mark Ellis. Mark, how you doing?
Oh, Christian, I'm great. I'm adorned by all these decorations that I've acquired over a very long career. And you, look at all the beers that you still have yet to drink in your fridge. What's the special occasion you're waiting for?
Waiting for somebody to come over and fix the fridge. Mark, it is going to be a very, very fun time.
I love these two so much.
Because, yes, we still have a few
I don't
more
mention that
matches
enough.
that will be airing until around May 15th. But we were like, well, wait a minute. The patrons, they're going to need some stuff. The fans, they're going to need some stuff. So we put out the call to all the movie trivia Schmoedown competitors and said, hey, we're going to do some fun exhibition.
Who wants to do some stuff?
And I was waiting. I was going to say, I'm going to wait a couple of weeks before I get something back. Within hours, I got people responding. They wanted in. And Mark, I have to tell you, one of the ones that I put together that I was very excited about to see if I could get was the championship battle between all of the current champions. And we have that today.
It's the championship four-way, ladies and gentlemen. We know that times are tough all over right now. You're keeping your social distance. You can't really be around everybody physically, but you get to wrap your arms around this Schmoedown community and join us virtually for one of the craziest championship matches that we've ever seen, because it's a 3-round match of the 4 current reigning champions. And Christian, I have a feeling chaos is...
To be fair, even though we live
ensue.
together, I do try to stay
Cowboy,
6 feet away
there's a
from you
guy
at all
that's
times.
dangerous, there's a guy from
Other
a
than
galaxy
when we
far,
film.
far away.
That's
and there's
good,
a guy
because
who
you
wears a
smell.
hoodie and smashes things.
Well, it was always the question.
That's
right? It's
you
like,
you're smelling. It's
if
not me,
all
I
the
promise.
champions played one another, who would win? Who would come
facial
out on
hair.
top, right? And the other question
Ew.
people have is, well, wait a minute. If you're going to put the Star Wars champion and the Innergeekdom champion against the singles and the teams champions, well, then clearly the Innergeekdom and the Star Wars guys are going to be at a disadvantage. Oh, not necessarily. The writers are very aware of who was competing, so you might be a hodgepodge of a lot of different questions that
This is why this is
going to
be fun.
Competitors,
This is gonna be a ton of fun.
Because he's using words like hodgepodge.
That's exactly what I was talking
but
about just
another
now.
thing is, yes, we have the
You don't hear
singles
hodgepodge that
champion,
often.
We have the Innergeekdom champion. We have the Star Wars champion. The team's champions. Dan, Murrell and John
skirmish,
Rocha
this,
are formal rivals, and we get to see them
hodgepodge,
go at
this
it
skirmish,
again here
this-
in this exhibition match. It's pretty exciting.
You're no
I
Christian
mean,
Harloff.
First of all, we
Nah.
don't get to use the term hodgepodge enough, so thanks for putting that.
Apparently I'm baby carrots, though, so go figure.
Once again, we're on a roll with being able to predict absolutely everything that people say.
That awful Yankees hat. The answer is no.
Again, we have not seen this yet.
I pressed this
Promise.
just for today's match, and I'm just about ready to meet our competitors. Christian, you know that they've been waiting in the queue for days now. This is what people do during the quarantine. Is
They've been
just
sitting
get
on
into a
StreamYard
stream,
waiting
and
for
they
you to
sit
click
there,
on.
and they practice, and they
Add to
rehearse what
stream.
questions they could possibly get, and now it's all on the line.
Oh, contraire. Once again, you don't think that our wonderful, incredible editor, Nerd Chronic, didn't have something to put
Did
together
he say
for this
au
match?
contraire?
You're wrong, baby carrot. Here we go.
Ooh, they're doing his magic.
A championship four-way, meaning the four of our current champions, Alex Damon,
Phrasing.
John Rocha, Dan Murrell, and Smets will all go
It's a fatal
head-to-head
four-way.
in an exhibition match.
Yeah. It means it's a four-way where somebody dies.
Keep that heart rate low.
Yikes. Did he show Rocha fourth? This joke is going to continue on forever.
I really do like this song.
It just works so well with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Some would say he's saving the best for last. He's got 2 belts right now. I mean... Hello, Damon. Damon's held that
So
belt
there
for
we
a
go.
while.
There's the hype. Everything that we see, everything that we want. The 4 champions of the division.
I really do want like
now
a
are gonna go
Schmoedown
head
album.
to head
Like
to
it's
head
got to
to
have that
head,
song
and
with
I'm
all
ready to
like
get going.
David
Mark,
B's
give us the tale of the
music.
tape. What do we got on our competitors?
I can show you
So
to the
for
music service
Dangerous
later,
Dan Murrell,
where you can
he
hear
loves
some of this.
himself.
Oh, yeah, I know,
Movies,
Spotify.
he's very
No.
good
Is it not
at
on Spotify?
classics
No, I'm
as
talking
well.
about the one I
John
use for
Rocha, you know he
videos.
loves his
Oh.
biopics and his westerns.
You have to pay for it.
Kevin Smets,
Oh.
he is great at Marvel movies, at DC movies, and shopping
But
at Hot Topic.
not- that
and
doesn't have the
Alex
David B
Damon.
tracks, which I
I'm
definitely
not
want
sure
also.
what his
Which I think
specialty
are
is.
like on
Chris, do you have any
Spotify or-
insight on that?
I
Eh.
think
I think there's like a
something
Schmoedown
to
playlist
do
that's
with Pauly
available
Shore
somewhere.
movies.
They're not available
Star
yet.
Trek.
Star Trek.
They're gonna release them
I wouldn't be
special
surprised
on-
if it actually is pretty good to start.
He's really
Stuff
good
that
at
they're doing.
Krull. He knows a lot about the movie Krull.
Well, enough about you, because I've had enough about you. So let's get into this. You ready to get going?
Yeah, if you even care anymore, yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, he is the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion of the world, Alex the Demon Damon. There he is. Alex, how you doing, man? It's
Great.
Apparently,
It's harder to do an entrance like this.
apparently this is my long-lost
I know
twin brother.
Well, look at that. I like the setup you got.
Not your
back there.
brother.
Maybe Yoda.
Mine.
You're excited.
Yeah.
You've already
How's
made
it he
your
looks like he's
IG
related to you, but he
debut.
doesn't look
You're
related to
going
me
up
at all?
against the IG champ here today. You're going up against
I don't know. Let's see.
probably the greatest player of all time in Dan Murrell and one of the other greatest players of all
Yeah.
time. in
It's
Johnny
not that
Rocha.
far.
How you feeling?
I mean,
It's
I'm
true.
ready to go. I don't know how
But
you
just
guys
to be
are
clear,
planning on doing round
I've heard
two.
it a
I just
thousand
wanted to
times
throw an
now.
idea out there. I made a wheel. I made a wheel that we could use
Yeah.
if you wanted to. I'm just throwing it out there.
Star
There's
Wars?
all kinds of Star Wars movies on there.
Sure. Don't be surprised though. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if both Dan and Smets and Rocha at this point all know Star Wars pretty damn well. All right. So the Star Wars champion is in the room.
Yeah,
And
that's
his
why it's gonna be
opponent,
hard for Alex
he
because
is the
he doesn't know
reigning
general
movie
knowledge
trivia
as well as those other guys know
Schmoedown
Star Wars knowledge.
Innergeekdom champion of the world.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, yeah, we would assume.
The Smasher
We'll see.
Smets. There he is. There's the Smasher.
There he is.
Oh, look at
How
that.
you guys doing?
Look at that pretty belt. I like that belt. How you doing, Smash?
Gorgeous belt. Doing good, man. I'm on my lunch break from the dungeon, so usually I play Grand Theft Auto, but Kaiser's like, why don't you go play with the big boys? So here we go. I got the right next to me here, the Demon, who's on his way to be one of the greatest ever, and then we have two, arguably
Other
the
side,
greatest ever in the movie trivia Schmoedown. So it's a tall order, but I'll never say no to a challenge. So
I'm excited.
Right here next to me is
because
Studio Light.
Alex, and listen, man, Alex had a nice showing in Atlanta.
I also have
You never know, with
a bright
couple
Studio
more
Light
wins there,
over
he
here
might
next
be
to me
playing
as
up
well.
against you for that shiny belt.
Oh, thanks.
And there's another
Well, maybe
person
not that bright.
who's going to be making a run potentially in for that belt in the Innergeekdom division that's about to show up pretty soon here. But your opponent, he is the former two-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world and the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown team champion, the Outlaw John Rocha. Look at, there he is.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? What kind of cheesy guy brings his belt to the match? Hey, pal, it's not gonna matter. That's how you put it. That's how you display it right there. Not sitting on some lonely table all the way in the back. This is how it's done. I'm ready to take you on, Smasher and Demon.
He's pretty much doing the same thing. It's just a different room.
If I may, John Rocha is the only person who's actually taken his belt onto a stand-up comedy stage. So belts have been in a lot of different places. Let's not judge our belt placement, gentlemen.
I'm just glad you wore a velvet jacket over that basketball shirt. Respect. I got to see that hair. Look at that hair. I love it.
Did you take the team's championship into Atlanta? Is that when you took it?
No. When we did a stand-up, we did it. Remember when we did it over in Los Angeles? I took it up on stage on Globos, on Los Globos.
you called me a nerd when I brought it up on stage when I was accepting an award. So I can't win with you, Outlaw.
No, you can't. I might win today, though.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to get going, but first, their final opponent. He is the reigning team's champion and the reigning movie trivia Schmoedown four-time singles champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell. There he is. The champ is.
Wait, where's his belt?
Dan Murrell. Dan, how you feeling?
Guys, listen, I know people are intimidated to play me in front of a live crowd. This is ridiculous. No crowd? We're going no crowd now?
No crowd, and first of its kind. Once again, this is the
With the opposite direction there.
Let's see how these things look up. Well, that doesn't look very good. I guess. Well, no. I don't want to put Ellis over there. Now
You can put me wherever, Bubba.
Nah, we'll do this. All right, so our competitors are here. We have the
Figured it out.
champion, the Innergeekdom champion, the team champion, the singles champion. We are ready.
I
to
forget that
battle
Eric
Mark
did editing
rules
on this.
of round number
Also,
one for this
so
exhibition
they do the flash.
match.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Eric did stuff on this.
You're like, wait, how do we do that on StreamYard?
Yeah. How do we do all these fancy little edits on the?
I want to do a
StreamYard?
StreamYard transition, just bright flash.
How do we do this on the tagline?
There is no
Yeah.
stealing in round number one. As soon as
Tuesday
the
nights,
questionnaire
9:30 p.m.
asks
Central
you
Time.
please,
Tagline, right here on the
whatever
Cinefanatics.
apparatus you
Sorry.
have
Come
to
join
write,
us.
It's our
use
show.
that to write
We do a
onto
show.
whatever sort
Thanks for the
of
plug.
Paper, whiteboard, what have you, in order
Everybody's
for
heard the
us,
rules.
audience, to be able to see it.
Is this
So
a
as soon as we
5-rounder?
address you by
No, it's
name
3.
to reveal your answer. Please show what you wrote down.
Sure.
At the
Yeah,
same time,
Championship
verbalize
match.
your
They
answer
said it's
into
3.
Oh, okay.
the ether.
Yeah, they're not
And
playing
then
like the
wasn't
champions
listening.
for a
at that point,
championship
we'll
belt
go
of
to
the
you if
champions.
You get the question correct. You also
They don't
each
have
have
buzzers.
3 usages of the JTE rule throughout
That
the
too.
duration of this 3-round
There's not like the
match.
one
You also
belt
each
to
have
rule
one
them all.
challenge to be used at
Lord
any
of the
time.
belts.
I'm just
Don't
saying,
have your managers come to my
whoever
place
wins could take
personally.
all
Just
the belts
go ahead
today.
and issue the challenge yourself.
That would have been funny.
All right, so
All
with
the
that
belts on
being
the line, like
said,
everybody's
we
just
asked
putting all their belts on
Alex
the line.
Damon, are you ready?
Yeah.
Not
ready.
quite fair for
Kevin
Dan,
Smets.
but you know, hey.
Ready?
John Rocha
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm ready.
and Dan Murrell.
Let's do this.
We're still
Then
waiting for
let's
someone who
get
wants to get
ready
like
to
3 belts,
Schmoedown.
much less get all the
right,
belts.
Round
Yeah.
number 1.
I feel like someone's been
number
trying to do
1,
that, though.
gentlemen, here we go. Your first question in the realm of action adventure. Who stars as a hitman in 2016's The Accountant?
Oh boy, I remember seeing that with you in the theater, Christian. You
I
wanna
remember
guess
a
what we,
hitman being in
what
that.
we schmoed that
There was a
movie?
hitman in
I
that?
think I
Really?
showed it pretty nominal.
I think it was fresh, but not like super fresh.
4,
There's a chance by me
3,
saying really, I just gave away the answer
2,
to you.
1, and we start with
I mean,
Alex
he's
Damon.
not a hitman.
Is it Ben Affleck?
That's correct.
Oh,
You get
okay, I
these
guess
Yes, he is.
Ben Affleck.
Yes. John Rocha
Ben Affleck.
and Dan.
Ben Affleck.
All right.
I mean,
so here
Ben
we go.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck. He's a hitman. Why do you think he had that little trailer with all his weapons and stuff in it? And
I need to
and
go
all
back and watch that
To
again.
enter question number 2. Everybody has their own sort of writing utensil and writing tablet. John Rocha going with the controversial canary pad. Haven't seen one of those in a minute. So your next question is in the world of Marvel movies. And the question is, who directed X-Men First Class? Oh, I gotta search my phone, Christian. I might still have the voicemail you left me because you saw this
What's
movie
his first
before
name?
I did, and you were
Really?
gushing about it.
I got his last name.
Onto my phone.
Somebody who I would love to actually see probably take on like a Star Wars movie at some point. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Pens down, please. We start with.
I got his last name.
Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew
Yes.
Vaughn. Okay.
Yeah, nope. Brian Singer. Sorry.
All right, Dan
Matthew Vaughn.
and Alex.
I went Matt Reeves.
Alex didn't have it. It's only
Mr.
Smasher
Vaughn.
and
Matthew
Ken.
Vaughn. No, because that could be
Ken.
Vince Vaughn. You're
Smasher
wrong.
And Dan, get that one. So here we go. Question number 3. Question number 3. This is for dramas. Who stars as high school basketball coach Norman Dale in 1986's Hoosiers?
This is a fantastic movie
that
too, and
question
I haven't
I
seen
like
it in a very long
Takes
time.
place before the advent of the three-point shot.
But I
So it's a
do
very tough
remember
movie to
really
find.
liking this
I
movie.
understand.
I think I'm right.
And 5, 4, 3.
You can't really see the name Hoosiers
1.
without
Pens
seeing
down,
his
please.
face.
Yeah.
And we start with John Rocha.
Yep. Gene Hackman.
Yes, sir. Dan Murrell.
Hackman.
Yes. Damon.
Gene Hackman.
Yes. And Smets.
Gene Hackman.
Yep.
Gene Hackman.
Gene
is-
Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Both Smets and Murrell still perfect so far.
Lex
but
Luthor is a
Damon
basketball
and Rocha
coach.
Pick up a point there. All
That's
Mark.
Murrell and Chris.
The
All
next
perfect so
one
far.
is in the topic. Sorry, Alex, I got to do this. In the world of Star Wars, so you may want to sit this one out. You may not rely on the knowledge of your 50-year-old baby sitting on your right shoulder.
He can't speak yet.
The question in the world of Star Wars is: in what year was the all-time classic Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones released?
Really fun to be able to sit here. It's like one of those things.
That's like one of those, like, I have
watch
2
this
years
for
in my
trying
head.
to go at it. It's really interesting and fun.
Obviously, they're right next to
I
each
like
other.
Rocha's.
Yeah.
Rocha
I know
has
exactly
such a
when
nice
Revenge of the
ring
Sith was,
light.
and I know
He looks
exactly
whiter than
when
I got it. Yeah.
when
3,
Phantom Menace was.
I was
2,
guessing
1. Pens down, please.
they're
and we start
3
with
years
Dan Murrell.
apart.
2002.
Yep.
That's it. Alex.
2002.
Yeah. Smets.
2002.
And John.
Thank Jesus. 2002.
2002. Rocha gets
2002.
it.
2002.
Rocha gets it.
Wow.
It's so funny. Even though it's fun, you can still tell how competitive these guys are.
Listen, I didn't have time to study.
Oh, you don't need to study. Get out of here. All right. Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Who directed 2019's Aladdin?
I still have not seen this movie, Christian. Yay or nay for grown boy Mark Elliott?
Somewhere between.
I thought he was going to say who directed like 1994 or 1990, or was it 1992? I think 1993.
It's like
Yeah.
92 or 93.
Aladdin. I was like, I have no idea who directed that.
I think that's the first movie I ever remember seeing in the theater.
Alex Damon.
Sort of.
Guy Ritchie.
Yes. And Smets.
Didn't have it.
Ooh.
Didn't have it. This is his first one. John.
Wow. Guy Ritchie.
Oh, and look at that. Picking up off of Smets there. And Dan.
Guy Ritchie.
And Dan takes
Guy
the
Ritchie.
lead,
Guy
ladies
Ritchie,
and
who
gentlemen.
also
So
did
now we
the
have
lovely
our
The
next
Gentleman.
question here.
Right.
Lovely is not a word I would actually use to describe the movie, but it was a great, it was a great time.
Your sixth question comes in the world of
Ooh, Merle's the only perfect
comedies.
one. And me.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was funny about me being
What
perfect?
classic
He said
comedy
comedies.
involves a high school principal named Ed Rooney?
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
It's a weird thing, Christian, because I love this performer, but
Got him.
then there's other stuff.
Yeah.
that's not
Four.
so-
He's a righteous dude.
Not Ed Rooney.
One.
Ed Rooney's kind of a
Pens
creepy
down,
guy.
and we start with Kevin Smets.
It's not like Breakfast Club.
Ooh,
John
close.
Rocha.
Do you want some gummies? They've been in my pocket. They're nice and warm. Ferris Bueller's Day
Yep.
Off.
No, that's right.
Now we got so Dan for the perfect game.
Rooney, I want you in front of the school in 15 minutes.
Perfect.
That's a good impression, too.
Dan and Alex.
I have no quote, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Alex Damon, hold it
9
in there.
times.
So now Dan Murrell,
Nine
only Dan
times.
Murrell will get a bonus question. Oh no, that is
That was a really good
Christian,
impression.
Going back to season 1 of the Schmoedown.
6. I'm going 6 questions.
Take it.
Sorry.
So-
You have to look around every once in a
I don't
while.
know why I thought
Something
sorry
about missing it.
Eric, if you edit that out, you and I are done.
I guess you know what? It's
They're still
exhibition,
going.
Keep it. That's fine. All right. So Dan does not have a perfect round yet, but
Oh.
we are now getting to question
I
number
got thrown
7.
off by that, too.
Yeah,
Now
they're
we
still
get
going.
Question number 7.
Just ask the questions, guy.
Thank you. DC movies. What DC film is known for the line, "Where does he get those wonderful toys"?
Best toy you ever had growing up, Christian? What was like the marquee toy that you had that you were the kid on the block that had this toy?
I had an animal Muppet. It was a really life-size animal Muppet. 5.
You Muppet.
4.
I had Castle Grayskull.
Oh, that's good too. 2, 1. Pens down, and Alex Damon.
Where does he get those wonderful
Batman?
toys?
Yes. All right. So, Kevin Smets?
Batman.
Yes. Rocha?
Batman.
Yep. And Dan?
Batman 89 Batman.
Yep.
Yes.
Batman.
All right.
Good.
So
Batman.
Now we get
Good
to
job.
question number 8. And if Dan hits it,
It's like it's either the '89
Yeah,
Batman
but
or
then
the
he's supposed to
sequel.
have 2 more questions on top of that.
Yeah, it's 10 questions.
Batman Returns.
10 questions in round 1.
Just Batman.
That's what Mark said.
It was just
Oh.
Batman.
It was Joker that
Really?
said it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yes, it is, Dad.
I figured
Batman
it
and Vicky
Brad,
Vale
it's fun.
escaped
You're
the
Yes,
museum.
got
exhibition.
I figured it was
What is
Joker who said
happening?
it at some point.
No
Which told me
sleep,
it was
2 kids and dealing with you.
Context clues.
Fair enough. That's
Christian, Christian, your goggles are fogging up a little bit.
True.
I'll ask the next question. And this is in the world of Middle Earth.
Oh, Jesus.
And the question is,
Tradition
what
of
actor
Rocha.
plays the role of Samwise Gamgee in the Lord of the Rings film?
I wasn't like prepared for these.
I'm
Oh,
hearing the
oh.
script
Yeah, we're
and
both
sound
blanking on his
effects.
name right now.
Really?
Yeah, got it.
Pick those up.
And 5,
I'm blanking on his name.
4, 3, 2,
I see him.
1,
Nope.
and we start
Wow.
with Smith.
Sean Astin.
Yep.
Yes, and Rocha.
Sean Astin.
Yep, Dan Murrell.
Sean Astin.
And Alex Damon.
Sean Astin.
Here we go.
Sean Astin.
Bob from
Yep.
Now we get to question number
Stranger
9.
Things.
Apparently,
Oh.
with 1 question
Click?
left
I
after
thought his name was Bob and Click also.
No. Well, it might have been. I was thinking
what
Stranger Things though.
1988?
Category.
Oh, animated.
Okay.
Animated. What 1988 animated film follows a young group of dinosaurs named
Don't make the
Sarah,
joke.
Petrie, Ducky, Spike?
So, Christian, currently Dan Murrell has 8 points.
I don't wanna make the
Perfect
joke.
round. Alex and John have 7 apiece, and Kevin
That's a long
Smets
title.
pulling up the rear, but still with the solid
Took a long
6
time to write
points
that.
to his name.
5,
I do not have this one.
4, 3, 2,
I'm gonna hit you.
1. Hands down. Cursing Renegade?
Is it The Land That Time Forgot?
Ooh,
No.
Dan?
It's a heartbreaker. It's The Land Before Time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
That is
Damn.
correct. And Alex Damon?
The Land Before Time.
Yes. And Kevin Smith?
The Land Before Time.
Wow.
Land Before Time.
The Land Before
By
Time.
Rocha, as we find ourselves to our next question, our final question here, Mark.
Yeah, and it's a real downer because the category is the Wizarding World, which should be full of hope, but this question is about
Oh, that's right. We're even now because you got Sean Astin and I didn't.
Yeah.
Who
I was like-
portrays Percival Graves, a high-ranking horror and director of magical security for MAC USA in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
That was normally you're pretty good at your reads. That read was stinky.
What in God's name is MAC USA? Methuselah?
Yes.
I'm just trying to remember someone who's in that
5,
movie.
4,
I don't know if it's right or
I'll
not.
call you later. Tell you about it.
2,
Oh,
1. Pens down. Pens down, please. And we start with Dan Murrell.
And I haven't boned up enough. It's Colin Farrell. I don't think it is.
That is correct. Perfect round.
Ooh, nice way to go, Dan.
Now we get Alex.
Colin Farrell.
Yes. Kevin Smets.
Colin Farrell.
And John.
Colin Farrell.
So Dan hits
Colin
it. Dan
Farrell.
hit all
Colin
the correct
Farrell.
questions
good
here.
job.
Gets himself
The only other
10
person
points,
whose
10
name I
points.
remember
Only
being in that
Dan.
movie.
Dan, you don't have to write this down. This is just for you. Just for you. Here's your question. Are you ready?
Bad.
Yep.
All right. Bonus question here. Which horror franchise had the installments, the Marked Ones, and the Ghost Dimension?
The
Paranormal
Yes.
Activity.
For 1 point. Dan Murrell, 11 points here.
I was one
11
Sean Astin
points.
away
So,
from a perfect
Mark, give
round.
me
I wouldn't have gotten that one, though.
What is the score at the moment?
Because
So currently, Christian,
Mm-hmm.
Dan Murrell, because he got, by your count, 3 perfect games. He has 11 points, trailing by
should have
2
known Sean
is
Astin,
Alex
too.
Damon with 9
I mean,
points. Just
not
one off
bad.
Perfect round number 1. John Rocha and Kevin Smets both.
I was like,
have
his name
8
is
points. So
Sal.
everybody-
No, it's not. It's
you would
Sam.
think
Don't, that's
that
the
they would be
character's name, you
rusty.
idiot.
It's an expedition for Matt, quarantine for some time. These
No, it's
gentlemen
Sam.
have been
Shut
doing
up.
Their due studying, Christian.
That's right. So, Mark, we're getting to round number 2 here.
Sam Wise.
I'm
Wait.
glad you asked, Christian, because round number 2, it works
Yes, he's
like
Sam
a
Wise,
normal
and you're
round
Chris
number 2
Dumb.
in that you're going to have categories that are selected. I will either pull it out of the hat or
That's a
we'll have
good
an
joke. Come
electronic
on.
wheel, or that's more Christian
Come on.
territory. The bottom line is once you settle on a category, you're going to have 4 questions that are asked to you, and only each
yeah.
question's worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question.
Wheel spin.
There is
Each
steel
competitor
in round number 2.
spins
Here's how steel
the
works in a
category
4-way
wheel.
championship match. Is that if you miss the question,
Drawing categories from a hat here?
everybody else is
I have a
gonna
feeling
write
we're
down
about
their
to
best
see
attempt at
the
answer on their
infamous digital
whiteboard,
wheel
and
again.
they can steal the answer
I don't
should
think
it
they do
come
the
to
digital
that.
in this.
So
I think
keep
they draw
in
from
mind,
a
if you're
hat.
not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer.
Or
At
Mark
that
draws
point,
from a hat,
The value of the
essentially.
question goes down to 1. So Dan, everybody still has all their challenges and all their JTE rules. Dan, you have 11 points due to your perfect game and your knowledge of the Paranormal Activity franchise. Would you like to go first in round number 2, or would you like to defer to Alex Damon?
Alex Damon.
She Alex Damon.
I will defer to Alex Damon.
Now, Alex, you can also defer to, because Rocha has the higher stature at the moment, you can defer to Rocha if you want.
Are we allowed to know what's on the wheel?
You
I
can
can
know.
wrap them up for you if you want.
Absolutely.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, in no particular order.
Good question.
The round 2 categories on the wheel are MCU, Action Adventure, 2000s, Harry Potter, Comedies, Oscars, Middle Earth, Biopics, Star Wars, and Sport.
Really saved Star Wars for the end there. I'll spin. I'll go for
You're
it.
going to spin. All right. So, Mark, how's that?
Okay, gentlemen, I need you to select for your spin a number between 1 and 10. It is generated at random, but don't worry, I have the algorithm. Alex, what is your number?
5.
I'm out.
You have selected, you don't have to laugh this time, but you have selected comedies. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll spin again.
All
wants
right,
Star Wars.
And what is your next number?
3.
He wants Star Wars.
Wise move, my man. You spun Star Wars.
Yes!
So, but did the numbers change when he did a respin?
I don't know.
I mean, could he have
Is
gotten
comedy
comedies?
still 5, or do you reset that?
No,
Yeah.
no, I reset it myself every time. So
Great.
you're never sure.
Oh,
what
well,
one-
answer that
All
then.
right. So, guys, you got if you want to try to steal, if you want
Here's-
to take a
here's the
nap,
thing.
either one is fine.
I gotta go to the restroom. I'll
It's
be
an
back.
exhibition match.
So we got so it's what? It's
It doesn't
4
count for
questions here.
anything.
No.
Here we go, Alex. You know the rules.
Just
2
for fun.
points if you don't go to multiple choice. Here we go.
I'm okay
First
with
question for you.
him.
Kenny Baker
Getting
played
Star Wars.
R2D2 and also played what type of alien in the franchise as well?
Ewok.
Ewok?
Yes.
Ooh,
All
It's
right.
like the only one that
That's
makes
a
sense.
tough
Or Jawa,
one.
maybe, but
Star Wars
Ewok
one.
makes
Not
no
for him.
sense.
All right. Question 2. Which popular character was portrayed by the actors
Boba Fett.
Jeremy
Boba Fett.
Bullock and Daniel Logan?
Boba Fett.
That's right. 2 more
Not
points.
Baba, Mark.
Okay.
Boba Fett.
In Attack
Boba
of
Fett,
the
where?
Clones, during the speeder chase on Coruscant, what does Obi-Wan call Anakin's style of flying?
Reckless.
Yeah.
Suicide.
Yes. Point from Alex Damon.
Same
Hey.
difference.
Finally. This. Oops. Last question. In Solo, a Star Wars story,
Ugh.
Kira has a conversation with the
Darth
hologram
Maul.
of which famous
Well,
character?
just Maul at this point.
Darth Maul.
spoiler!
For 2 more points. All right, so perfect round there. to no one's
Technically, it's
surprise.
just Maul at this
for
point. He's not a
Alex
Darth
Damon.
anymore, but, you
All
know.
right, that was what?
Actually.
Correct Alex
Existing
Damon
nine,
here.
so he's 17 now.
Yeah, Christian, I'll be honest with you. I already had given.
Stop
Alex
correcting
the
your brother
points
like
on my
that.
Scoreboard.
There. All right, so now
He's
we
not my
bounce back
brother.
to Dan, if you want it. Dan, do you want the category or do you want to defer to
See what I
John?
did there?
I'm looking here at these categories. As
Actually corrected my
as
brother.
best I remember them.
You can ask for a repeat of what's.
I give it
Can
to
I
you
get a
guys.
repeat of the categories, please?
Yes, they are in no particular order: sports, comedies, Middle Earth, biopics, MCU, action adventure, Harry Potter, Oscars, and 2000s. Star Wars was the 10th, but because it was already spun, that is now off the board.
I will defer once again. Let's see what happens after this.
All right, John. You
He's
can do the
playing
same thing.
strategy
You can
here.
Defer
Yeah.
to Smets, or you can go.
Yeah, let's defer to the Smasher.
All right. So Kevin, you have to go here. You have
He's like,
9
no, I want to
categories
defer back
pick
to Dan.
from. Please pick from 1 to 9.
I'll defer to Mark.
I would like Harry Potter, which is number 7.
That is actually not correct. You have spun the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Take it.
I'm not going to take a chance. I'll go with it. Roll with it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you take that.
All right, the MCU it is, and the MCU. Kevin, this stands for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
And your first question. What was the first film released in Marvel's Phase 3?
Civil War?
Jeez.
I think it's Civil
Captain
War.
America Civil War.
That is incorrect.
Ah.
So for
Ant-Man.
2 point steal, I need all
Wasn't
the other
Ant-Man.
3 competitors to write down their best attempt, and then Christian's going to ask you by
Wait a
name.
second.
Wait, what did he say?
Captain America Civil War.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, Kevin, the reason why I heard Captain America and all it says is the correct answer says Civil War.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
Sorry.
you got it wrong. I was looking for the Jeff Daniels classic Gettysburg.
So I was like, wait a minute.
I love that movie, by the way.
I was
Sorry
pretty
about
good.
that. Sorry
Good
to
score on that.
elevate
You
your
freaked
heart
me
rate.
out there. Okay.
I literally
you're
froze. I was
good.
like,
You're good.
what else is it?
No.
I am so happy Kaiser's not a part of this match.
Oh,
He's streaming from his television somewhere.
Kevin, your next question. Which MCU film involves an FBI agent
Ant-Man and the
named
Wasp.
Jimmy
Ant-Man and the
Woo,
Wasp, yeah.
played by Randall Park?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Sorry, looking for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Kevin gets that one. He's perfect through 2 questions here in the world of the MCU. Kevin, for 2 more points, including post-credit scenes.
Oh
how
my
many
gosh.
Oh,
films has
jeez.
Nick Fury appeared in to date, and we're actually going to give you 30 seconds to answer this one.
Big question here for the Innergeekdom champ.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You don't need to
Hold
give us,
on.
we just need the number.
I'm going to have to go multiple choice. I just want to limit.
Okay.
7?
I'm
I
thinking
can
9.
provide that
These
for
are
you.
numbers. Yeah.
I think it's 7.
Is it
Today.
A11,
Ooh. Oof.
D15,
Whoa, we're all wrong.
C8, or D16?
Maybe it's 8 and I counted 1.
Iron Man 1 and 2. He wasn't in 3.
No, 11.
It's 11.
You have another point to your credit.
Yeah, it's 11. I wasn't counting Winter
By
Soldier
the
for some reason.
champ.
Oh,
Oh, was I?
So-
I was.
Avengers.
Good
Thank you.
fighting there.
He wasn't in.
So let's.
Oh no, he
go
was
to
in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes, he was.
question here, Mark.
All right, Kevin, your last question.
Well, we're gonna talk about
4
this
points in the
afterwards.
MCU, and this
Ooh,
could bring
that's
your
a lot to
grand
quickly
total
run through.
of
That's a good
points
question.
to 15
Yeah.
14,
if you
right?
Rough.
Isn't it 14?
He's currently at
It's 13 right now.
15 points.
Oh, he's 13, right. So, sorry. Go ahead.
2 more, give him 15.
Guys telling answers that are right, that are wrong. You guys are all against me. Okay.
Kevin, your question. Which character is the first to say the line, I love you,
Tony's daughter,
3000
Morgan.
in Avengers Endgame?
Oh,
Just
breaking
me
my
the
heart.
first.
That would be the adorable Morgan.
That is correct for 2
Nice.
points.
Morgan
Kevin Smets has 15 points.
I couldn't remember if
All right,
Morgan said it
so
or if Tony
after
said
that,
it.
Now we
No,
have
because he goes, oh,
Dan.
That's a
sits at
big
11,
number.
Has not gone yet.
Oh.
Rocha has 8. Has
just
not
so you know,
gone
she
yet.
loves me
Alex
3,000.
Damon is in the
She loves you somewhere in the high
and
600s.
Smet has 15. So the Innergeekdom champion.
It's not like you're
pulls
better at
himself.
Avengers knowledge than I am.
All right. So now we again ask Dan if you would like to go or defer to John.
I'm going to defer to John so he can spend biopics apparently, and then it'll be me.
Dude, you know how my karma works. I probably won't spin anything that's positive that's in my category. So, how many do I have?
8.
You're going to give me a number, and then just
Okay.
to refresh everybody's memory, I know we have the scoreboard here in post, is that Alex is currently leading with 17 points. Kevin has 15. John, you have 8. So if you get perfect round number 2, you'll be in second place, trailing out by 1.
Gotcha.
That's
I'll
interesting.
go with 4.
4, and you have spun Sport Movie.
Mm. Risk it?
You know, it's screwed me over many times, but I'm gonna try again because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Try again.
Let's have some fun with
Ooh.
some sport.
Remember the
It's all
Titans.
Little Giants. I'm walking off the set, and I'm never coming back to the Schmoedown. So let's put it on there.
Might I remind you that
You
walking
ready,
off the
John?
set is
Walking to your bathroom.
leaving your house.
Yeah.
All right, ready. First one.
Going to the kitchen.
John Cena. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Start. Who plays Patty Conlon the father of
Nick
Tom
Nolte.
Hardy
Yeah.
and Joel Edgerton's characters in 2011's Warrior.
Nick Nolte.
Tommy. All right, there you go. John, you're at 10 points. That's your last question.
Christian does it better than me.
All right, question 2. In Major League, what team do the Indians face in a one-game playoff for the AL pennant?
Nope.
The New York Yankees.
That's right.
And they win.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And that's why they call him the Outlaw.
Question 3. Question 3. Who directed 1992's A League of Their
Oh,
Own?
shoot.
Rob Reiner.
Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall,
Yep.
that's right, yeah.
John
I was like,
Rocha
I just
now
watched that,
sees
too.
himself with 14 points, trying to get 1 point ahead of Smets and 1 point just behind Alex. Here's your last question here, John. Who plays veteran player Ross the Boss in the 2011 hockey comedy?
Not Sean William Scott.
Not Sean William Scott.
He's the goon.
I'm trying to remember who's the other person in that.
Yeah. Who else was in that movie?
Christian and I love this.
Vince Vaughn.
Loved it. 4, 3,
Yeah.
2.
I'm going to take a chance. Sean William Scott.
It's incorrect. So the 2-point steal now. Everybody here has a chance to the 2-point steal. Got to ask first.
Should've gone for a
Alex
multiple choice on
Damon
that.
to show your
Ty
board
Smets.
on who you have.
Gary Busey.
Incorrect. And I wish that was the actual cat, Kevin Smith.
That would have been
I
awesome.
didn't have to- that's fine. Don't worry. I wouldn't
Have
have
it. And Dan.
I had the same guess that John did, so I don't know.
That's what I would have got.
Lee Schreiber. Lee Schreiber is the answer.
Oh,
Lee
okay.
Schreiber. Oh, okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
Sabretooth.
Rocha missed that one and sees himself down there.
In that one movie we don't talk
underneath
about.
Smets, but Dan is still in last at the moment with
Green
11
Lantern?
points. He is not.
No, the other one movie
yet.
we don't talk about.
So,
Batman and
Dan
Robin?
now has to choose between 7.
The other one movie we don't
Mark?
Oh, that
yeah,
X-Men
Dan,
movie,
you have
The Last
categories.
Stand.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about
You want
anything
categories already?
directed by Uwe Boll.
No, I think I've got them done here.
The other.
I will pick number
X-Men
5.
Apocalypse?
Yeah.
Okay, for number 5.
Nailed
you
it.
have
We could do this
spun
all day.
biopics.
I mean,
All the movies that
I
line
will
was in were good.
respin,
Okay.
and I will pick number 3.
Okay, for number 3, you have spun 2000s.
Okay.
All right.
Did I get a score check real quick? Sorry.
Yeah. So Alex Damon is currently leading the field with 17 points, and then Kevin Smets has 15 points. John Rocha one behind him with 14 points, and Dan, you currently have 11.
You know
points.
Rocha's
so
not
if
happy
you
about
were
that.
To have a perfect round.
Yeah, 'cause there's a
you'd be,
4 in that number.
2 points ahead of everybody else going into that.
Thank you.
It's not about
All right,
Smets
here
and
we go.
Damon being ahead of him.
Roger that. In the year 2000s.
Nice.
Dan, your first question: who played Sheriff Ed Tom Bell in No Country for Old Men?
Josh Brolin.
Tommy Lee Jones.
2 points.
I should have said it.
The
'cause
other
that's-
person was in that
I
movie.
should have said because that's what I was thinking.
All right. Your next question, Dan.
Tommy Lee Jones always
What
plays the cop.
female pop star was in the comedies The Perfect Man and Material Girls?
Madonna?
J-Lo?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A. Britney Spears,
Ooh.
B. Vanessa Hudgens, C. Hilary Duff, or D. Avril Lavigne?
God, I don't even know. Hilary Duff?
Hillary Duff.
Both Christian Rubalcaba and Cody Hall would have gotten this because they love Lizzie McGuire, and yes, Hilary Duff is the correct answer.
Yep.
Yep, would have had no clue.
That was a guess.
Okay, so that's 1 point for Dan.
Apparently I need to brush up on Hillary
3
Duff.
total so far in this
Brush
round.
up on the Duff.
Dan, your next question
Ooh,
in the world
phrasing.
of the 2000s.
No.
In Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which MCU actor plays technician Stan Fink, who has a relationship with the receptionist?
Oh, shoot.
Mark Ruffalo.
I think Christian might have written that one, and you are correct.
Yeah.
2 points.
2 points. So Dan sees himself now 1 point. 1 point below Alex Damon here.
I
as
think
he
the
gets to his
receptionist is
last
Mary
question.
Jane.
Should watch that
Good
movie
drama
again.
we love here around the Schmoedown. Dan, your last
It's a lot to
question
take in
round
there.
number 2 for the lead going into
Only
round
seen it
number
once.
3. What is the name of the fictional band that Mark Wahlberg's character gets the chance to sing for in the film Rockstar?
Marky Mark and the Funky
Let's
Bunch.
go right to multiple choice.
All right. You know, my brain's still a little foggy, but this is one that I did know. Is it A, Steel Panther, B, Monsters of Rock, C, Steel
Maestro.
Dragon, or D, Maestro?
Steel Dragon.
I like the sound of Steel Panther. Let's go with Steel Panther.
That is
That's a real bam.
For a 1 point steal.
That's
I
why
need
you like it.
every other competitor to write down your best attempt at an answer. I'm going to give you your multiple choice options once again. Is it A, Steel Panther, B, Monsters of Rock, C, Steel Dragon, or D, Maestro?
And
Just a
5,
little closer to the mic there, Rocha.
Yeah.
3,
Heard all of that.
2,
What was that?
1. We start with John Rocha.
Steel Dragon?
Gonna hold that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. Smets.
Steel Dragon! We are Steel Dragon!
And now for the most important one right now. Alex Damon, what did you have?
Steel Dragon.
Damn!
Ooh.
I mean,
wow, who saw this coming?
Dan Murrell.
And that's the end, right? It's just 2 rounds.
What's the score now?
Right now, the score is Dangerous Dan
I
Murrell
mean,
sits at 16
wow.
tied with Smets.
Look at
Rocha
Damon.
15, and the Star Wars champion, Alex the Demon Damon, with 18 big points. Matt of
The champion that would probably be most brushed aside because of
third and final round.
the
How'd
belt
that
he
go?
holds is for the most
That's right, gentlemen.
niche
In the
subject.
third round, this
Is
will
the one
Yeah.
that's
decide
currently
the outcome
leading
of the
everybody
match
right
unless
now.
we go into
I don't care if he
a
doesn't
sudden
win. That's
death,
impressive
multiple
right
choice,
now.
Whatever the hell we do for overtime format in exhibition matches. Let's just worry about round number 3. You each are going to give us 3 numbers.
Oh,
These
you know
numbers
Rocha
range
does
from
not like
1
being in the last
to
place of
12.
that.
Because that means
So as soon
he's
as you
in
give us
fourth
your numbers,
place.
those are going to correspond to a different category of movie trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Your first question's worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make
I
it
hope
up?
Rocha
Or
never
5
watches
is
this.
points. There is no stealing. There is no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. And Alex, I know you wanted to end the match after.
We'll
round
never
number
have him
2.
on the tagline
Unfortunately,
ever
we play
again.
Round 3, but at least I can give you the honor of giving us your 3 preferred numbers first. What feels lucky, sir?
We will go 11, 3, and 8.
11, 3, and 8.
At
for
this
the
point, if
Star
he ever
Wars
says,
champ.
I'll never
Now
be on your effing show again,
Yes,
he'll
Dan
actually mean
Murrell.
it to us this time.
It'll make sense.
16
true.
and 4.
16 and 4 for Dan Murrell. Kevin Smets.
Is there a 16? Because I thought it was 12. Am I wrong? Okay.
Mark, how many are there?
12. There's
Captain
only 12.
America
Sorry.
Civil War.
My apologies.
So
My apologies. So I'll take 1, 4, and 9.
1, 4, and 9 for Dan Murrell. Okay, and then back to Smets.
I'll go 2. I'll go 7 and 12.
2, 7, and 12 for the IG champ. And finally, Rocha.
Well, I guess whatever 3 are left, right? Because there's 12 and there's 4 of us.
Yeah, so Rocha, you're going to get 5.
Okay.
You're going to get 6.
Pick an
You're
order.
going to get 10.
Okay.
You want them in that order, John?
There you go.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, does
All
it
right,
really
okay,
matter?
So we actually start.
I mean,
with John Rocha, who gets
the wrong question at the wrong time. He could
to
say,
get out of the
"Mark
hole
screwed
here
me."
with Number
So.
5. Question number 5, John. You.
Oh, I don't write. That's right. I'm sorry.
No. So you chose for 1990s. 1990s. Now here you go.
All right, here we go.
Which blockbuster released in the year 1990 has
Home
a
Alone.
main character named Kevin McAllister?
Oh, Home Alone.
2 points for John Rocha.
That was a 2-pointer.
Takes himself
Just like
to
every time they
17
tell him the
points
category, he's
and
always,
bounces
oof.
to
Oh, Kevin
now
Costner.
Kevin Smith.
Okay, Kevin, you
Sorry, not Kevin Smith. Dan Murrell. Dan Murrell.
Dan, we'll go to you next. You selected number 1 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to the world of the Oscars. And your question. For 2 points, Daniel Kaluuya received a Best Actor nomination
Get Out.
for what 2017 film?
Get out.
2 more points for Dan Murrell.
I thought you were giving me instructions.
All right, so now we go and Kevin chose category number 2. All right, Kevin. Got the with you today, my
This
man.
is such
You
a
got
good match.
MCU.
Jesus.
And so here we go. So
You'd
just
rather
answer
have that
quick
for
so
your
we can get on
5-pointer,
to the
though.
next one.
Not your 2-pointer.
In the MCU, who plays Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. Winter
Kevin
Soldier?
Smets.
Sebastian Stan.
All right. So actually back to Rocha. We need to get his 3-pointer.
You know, he's got that smile.
Repeats? Do we still get the 3 repeats? Just
Keys, yeah.
Kevin Smets.
Right, so we have,
I did.
we have category number 6. 6.
That's
for
funny.
John
That's great.
Rocha. Number 6, John. Action adventure. Here you go. Jesse T. Usher co-stars in what 2019 franchise reboot as the son of a famous PI?
Shaft.
Oh, he's got that. Come on. You got that, John.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat. Ooh.
First one. Jesse T. Usher co-stars
nobody's used repeats
in
up
what
until now.
2019 franchise reboot as the son of a famous PI?
Shaft.
That's right. 3 more
You
points.
dang right.
He's one bad mother.
Shut your mouth. We don't say that word on this channel.
He's just a bad mother.
Out in my head.
I think he's actually a guy. I don't think he's a
we
mother.
actually get to Alex Damon.
That's why he's a bad one.
Three-way tie here on.
Good point.
Proper logic.
Currently, John Rocha-
Movies and logic. That's what you get here on this channel. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Damon, you are going to have to borrow a little bit of knowledge that might be in John Rocha's noggin because for your
Westerns?
2-point question, you selected number 11, and that corresponds to biopics.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
This will be fun.
And your question is:
What movie's about George Lucas?
Bradley Cooper plays real-life
Oh,
James
American Sniper.
Yeah.
Kyle in which film?
American Sniper.
2 points.
Good job.
I kind of want Damon to
All right,
win at
so
this
now-
point.
Yeah, I
honestly.
mean,
He's like the
Hi,
mad
John
underdog
Rocha.
here.
And now we go back to Kevin Smets, who has to answer his 3-pointer.
All right, Kevin. You selected
look at
number
these
7
scores. Wow.
for your 3-point question.
Keep in mind, again,
And
they
that
all
corresponds to
hold a belt. Yeah.
another Innergeekdom favorite, the world of DC movies.
Oh, Jesus.
Amen.
How's this happening?
I thought these guys are supposed to be at a disadvantage in this.
Yeah, right.
That's what they said.
Despite Rocha's protest, the character of Jesus does not appear in the world of DC movies.
So says you.
Although there are
He
a lot
go
of
by
Greek
Superman?
gods.
I mean,
Kevin, your question. 3
Technically.
points. Who plays Carol Ferris?
Blake Lively.
Blake
Ryan
Lively,
Reynolds
yeah.
as Hal Jordan in the film Green Lantern.
she still plays
Blake
Carol
Lively.
Ferris.
3 points for Mr. Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smets sees himself now with the lead, as he is now in the lead, 21 to Alex Damon's 20. Rocha's 20, but Dan Murrell needs to hit his 3-pointer to tie Kevin Smets. Dan Murrell, you chose number 4. Number 4,
Jeez.
John Rocha's sitting right next to you, but he can't help you out with Westerns.
Oh, come on.
It's not Rocha's
All right,
game.
here we go, Westerns.
Attica!
In what film does Dennis Quaid play the famous gunslinger Doc Holliday?
Tombstone.
That'd be my
Wyatt
guess.
Earp.
3 points.
Yeah, no.
Murrell
Tombstone
now
was Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
with
Was
the
Doc
lead.
Holliday.
And
I
Alex
think.
Damon will now have to hit his
He's Wyatt Earp.
3-pointer.
I don't know.
The 3-pointer.
That's right. Alex, you currently are trailing 2 competitors by a point, but you're the last one to answer your 3-point question.
Oof.
And that question comes in the world of the 2000s. And your query is,
It's gonna be a Star Wars 2000.
to regain the lead, who stars as Monty Brogan, convicted New York
Ooh.
drug dealer who has 24 remaining hours before facing a jail
Johnny
term
Depp.
in the film 25th Hour?
Wild Shot in the Dark. Here we go.
5, 4, 3.
David Morse.
What?
Incorrect. We're looking for Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
All right.
Where does David Morse
Okay,
come
what
from?
What an interesting turn of events
He had a
now,
thought.
because both
He was
Rocha
going on a thought.
and
I don't know what
Alex
his
are
thought was, but he had a
tied,
thought.
but so are
Yeah.
Smets and Dan. So we're actually going to stay with Alex on his 5-pointer. We'll stay with
Right.
on his 5-pointer, who needs to hit this.
Come on, Star Wars.
He will be knocked out by Smets, and then Rocha will answer his 5. So Alex Damon has to hit his 5.
It would
to
be
stay
great if he
in
got Star
the
Wars.
game.
All right.
Only
Alex,
just see Rocha's
you selected
reaction.
Yeah.
Number 8. And which category were you hoping to get?
No.
It's one of the stars, track wars, whatever.
Okay, well, there's a lot of stars in the world of sports.
Oh. All right, let's do this.
Okay. You'll find the sport of pod racing in what movie? No. So, Alex, you're currently trail 2 competitors by 1, but if you get this right, you are clear by 4 points of your nearest competitor for the moment. So, in the world of sports, to stay alive, your 5-point question is, who plays Clifford Franklin, a stock boy in a mini-mart who can outrun
the
anyone,
7-Up guy.
barely catch anything in the film The Replacement?
He was in the 7-Up commercials.
Orlando Jones.
Yes.
You got
Wow.
Ooh,
Star Wars
that's
champ.
impressive.
Is it the Make 7-Up?
Move there.
Nice, Alex.
Something like that.
Make 7-Up yours.
Yeah,
himself
I think so.
Right in
He was also like the
win
magazine
this match. So
salesman
now
in
Rocha is
Office
challenged
Space.
to tie.
Dude.
He's got a tie, Alex Damon. He needs to hit this 5-pointer. John Rocha, your category with category number 10, John. Category number 10.
Rocha does not
Middle
want to go out
Earth.
Oh, no way! Oh, come on.
Middle Earth.
here. Damon would have been fine with that
Trade
too.
you, Rocha.
Middle Earth. All right, here you go.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
This is his 5-pointer.
Yeah.
Answer this correctly.
He's got to win. He's got to get
Middle
this to
Earth.
tie Damon.
You can do this, Rocha. I believe
Make it easy. Make it easy.
British comedian Barry Humphries portrays
Oh.
what type of creature in the Hobbit films?
A hobbit. I don't know.
A dwarf.
They're little people.
Yeah, that's what they're called in the movies, though.
Final
Dwarves.
answer?
2 GPU rules remaining.
So
5,
offensive.
4.
I'm just saying, it's a pretty good
3.
guess if you know the Hobbit movies.
Damn, Damon.
Repeat.
Because
talking.
everybody's of
Second
short
one, stop
stature.
talking, please.
No, there's like
There you
8 dwarves in that movie.
Huh.
British
Well, that's what I'm
comedian
saying.
Barry Humphries
Everybody.
portrays what type of creature in the Hobbit films?
I mean, that term creature, though, is kind
Last
of
repeat.
throwing me
Yeah,
off
one
there.
Yeah.
I guess what else would you qualify
5,
as species of being
4.
at that point?
3, 2.
Repeat.
British comedian.
You
Barry
could have said like
Humphries
what
portrays
race.
type of
Because you have like
creature
an orc,
in the Hobbit
that would
films.
be a
Have to answer
creature,
on
I
it.
guess.
But why would a British comedian be playing an orc?
Well, yeah, that's not the point.
Man, it would have been nice if we watched the Hobbit films.
And
Yeah.
5,
Well, it wouldn't have been
4.
nice, but
3,
Yikes.
2.
I don't know. A goblin.
Correct.
whoa!
I quit. I can't do better than that. Thank you, Schmoedown thing. I quit. I retire right there. No way. That's right.
25.
God.
Wow.
25. So he's not out. He saved himself. He saved
Jeez.
himself.
That is how you play.
He saved himself, but
And then
Kevin
Murrell or
Smets
Smets will get their
has the
5 point, and then none of that matters.
opportunity
Yeah,
to
none of
knock out both Alex
Exactly.
and Rocha with this 5-pointer.
That's
If
impressive.
That's still
if
impressive,
Smets
though.
hits the
Most
5-pointer,
impressive.
he's knocked out Alex and Rocha, and he'll go 1-on-1 against
We can't
Dan.
help it.
However, if he misses, Rocha and Alex will be waiting for Dan's 5-pointer. What a match it is. Mark.
And Christian, let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that John Rocha, he uttered the Lord's name in vain 3 times, and it paid off.
All right, so Kevin Smets, Ellis. Kevin Smets, 12.
All right, Kevin, you can knock out 2 fearsome competitors with 1 single blow from your mighty
Watch he
saber.
get Star
if
Wars.
you get this question correct.
Wow.
This
that'd
is your
be...
5-point question.
Well, watch him get Star
and it
Wars.
comes in the category of, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me with my own gun.
Son of a gun.
Look at this. Look.
Figured.
How ironic would it be if Met knocked out
Damon on a Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, but, Christian, I have to correct Alex. They're not actually guns. In Star Wars, they're called blasters.
No.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Make sure to take it
I was like, Mark, you son of a...
Kevin, your question. You get it right, you only have to worry about Dan. If you miss it, you're out of the contest. The actor Phil Brown portrayed which character in Skywalker Saga?
Jeez.
This is ironic. This is ironic, and I'll tell a story because I know the answer. Robert Parker eliminated me in the fan leagues because I didn't know this answer. Phil Brown plays Uncle Owen.
That is correct.
Wow.
Alex, Damon, and Rocha have been eliminated. Kevin,
Wow.
the Innergeekdom champion, takes out both John Rocha and the Star Wars champion with a Star Wars question.
I
Unbelievable.
can't be mad. I can't.
No.
That's a hard one.
That was a hard one. Guys, now I got to do this to you for now. I'll get you back in a second, but for now, all right, guys. So here we go. Here is where we stand. Dan Murrell
Wow.
If he hits it, it's a tie game, and we go to sudden death.
Wow.
However, if he misses it, Kevin
Wow.
Smets, the Innergeekdom champion, will win. Here is the question. Here we go. Dan, you chose category number 9. Category number 9, comedies. Comedies. Here you go, Dan. Who plays Carl Laszlo, Esquire, Hunter S. Thompson's former attorney and friend in Where the Buffalo Roam?
Said Hunter S. Thompson's attorney and friend. I was thinking of Fear and Loathing.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
And Bill Murray. I don't know.
And your winner,
What? Smets?
Kevin Smets wins?
Nice.
Wow.
Kevin Smets.
Wow.
Dan Murrell comes back.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Guys, that was a hell of a match. I got to tell you, all the way around. Dan, go ahead.
Can I just say it's only fair to put the IG and Star Wars categories in this fight if people other than the guys that play in those leagues.
But strength. I mean, that's what everybody thought kind of going into this thing, that you guys are going to have the clear-cut advantage because, you know, if there were any other questions. But the funny thing is that actually kind of proved true with Damon, because Damon had a nice little lead, and then something happened there, and he found himself getting knocked out. What a comeback it was. Rocha hitting that amazing question at the end there. Dan having the perfect round in the first round. That was everything we wanted it to be, Mark.
Yeah, Christian, it was really fun to watch the 4 competitors because you would ask a question, particularly in round 2 and round 3, to a particular.
What if they had actually put all the belts on the line, and now
see
Kevin's
two of
walking
the
away
opponents knew
with
the answer
Innergeekdom
right away.
Star
It was
Wars
a matter
team?
of-
Oh, I'd want to see Kaiser's reaction to that.
And I gotta tell you, all credit
Who
in
would
the
be
world
his
goes to
teammate? He's
Kevin
gotta have a
Smets.
teammate if he's got a team
But
belt.
the moment of the match to me was John
Yeah.
Rocha.
Parker, get over
invoking his inner Josh McCougan.
Oh, that'd be scary.
Yeah, if there was an
Goblin
Innergeekdom team,
out of
sure.
Thin air. That was really,
I
really
get that
important.
Goblin question. Come on, John, we're teammates. Can we switch? Can we retroactively switch?
Absolutely. I totally knew Peter Boyle, so yes, let's switch.
Okay, can John and I switch questions, and then it'll be like a sudden death thing?
100%. But look at this final score here. You got Dan 21, Rocha 25, Alex 25, Smets 26 with the final. What a crazy battle it was. The Battle Bowl of the Champions. What a great battle. I mean, that was great. Every one of the competitors did something in their strength, and you saw it. Like Dan hits the 9, the 11 points up top. Rocha doing what Rocha does with that the super guest and gets it. Damon able to hit those questions out of nowhere, the Star Wars questions, perfect round and 2, and then Smets hitting the Star Wars question, the great question at the end in the fan leads question that Robert Parker beat him with to take out Dan Murrell. What an incredible match that was.
Yeah, and Christian, you know, one thinks of the summer of 1992 when the Dream Team, the basketball powerhouse, went to Monte Carlo and just practiced against each other.
That was a good idea.
To warm up for the
Yeah.
Olympics. This is what this felt like here today. You have all
You gotta wet
stars
the
who
whistle after
are
that one.
playing in an exhibition,
Took it
but
out of
they're
me.
not going to back down because they all want to protect their.
Does Wet the Whistle
corner
come from
of
the same
movie
line as
trivia
Hodgepodge?
Schmoedown. And if I could just start with Kevin, and then we'll go to Dan,
Sure.
and then John,
Yes.
and Alex, real quick. Did you feel rusty? Did you feel like you were a
I've
little
had my
out of
victory
shape
for the
given
day.
the circumstances that we're all currently living
Such a
under?
good hootenanny, too.
No, I didn't feel rusty because I explained on backstage. I've been kind of doing a build.
I don't want any of
because
that in the
these
shindig.
matches. I had New York, and then that got taken, and then Tampa, and it was moved, and then Houston. So I've been kind of keeping up on my IG. The strategy going in today literally was, and you could not have planned it perfect for me. I was like, Kaiser forbade, he was like, do not study anything singles. I really wanted to dust off IMDb. And the strategy was shore up on what you're strong at and basically hope for luck that you get your strengths and that in the questions from singles that there'll be movies that you know. And so I was hoping that I would get
That's not bad.
50%, 60% of
Pretty
the
smart.
singles questions that would keep me in the fight and then hopefully get my strengths. And the round 3, just the luck I had. Look, it's luck when it comes down to it. I got 3 of my strengths, which allowed me to do a perfect round 3. But that was literally it. It was do not study anything singles, focus on your strengths, and hope that luck goes your way and you get all your strengths, which I did. Because even if it goes half of that, even if I get 2 out of 3 in the third round, maybe my 5 pointers on a movie I haven't seen. And again, I didn't study for singles, so everything went my way today, and that is why, I mean, it was an honor to be against these guys, and it took all of the luck in the world to dethrone these 3 guys under me right here. Like, honestly, like, I cannot believe it went as it did for me. That was literally textbook what we wanted and hoped that would happen.
It's crazy.
And I thought I had that 5-pointer till you said where the buffalo roam, and then I was like, oh well, I know the answer to that question for a different movie. But
Fear and Loathing.
I mean, I think I'm freshest, I guess. Well, Alex and I played last on the same night, and then John has. Well, you played before us, so yeah, I guess Alex and I played the most recently, but this is a different vibe, I gotta say. I'm not used to doing it in these surroundings. In some ways, it's more pressure. In some ways, it's less pressure. But
match.
I will say I was happy to sort of. It was even if I wasn't answering the questions, it was nice to hear a lot of those IG questions, and without giving away too much, I'll say that I was fairly happy with how I did on the ones that were presented. So, it was also a nice experience for me to get some of that under my belt as
well. John?
Yeah, look, clearly I'm ready for IG. So let's set that up right now. I'm ready to go for the belt with Dan right next to him. No, Jesus Christ. Look, I'm lucky to have gotten that goblin thing, kept me going. Almost won this thing. Could have won it with that poll, which would have been a miracle considering I missed land before time, which I'll take to my shame, everlasting shame. But, Goon's a tough movie. I've never seen it, so I only knew Sean William Scott, and I've learned in the game you might as well take a chance and guess the only actor you know or actress you know from the movie and see if it works out. Didn't work out that time, but no one stole it, so I still had a chance to go and do this thing. But look, it's an honor to play these guys. I'm rusty as hell. I didn't study a bit for this thing, so I'm just happy to be in contention all the way at the end. That's all I really wanted, because you never know in the game how it's going to turn out for you, and you never know if you can pull something luckily out there to win a game. So I'm just happy to be there. Congratulations to Smets, but I got what I needed, or I got what I came for, and that is Damon's ass, because I got above him. So.
Well, there he is. Speaking of Damon's ass, he is. You played really, really good, man. You got yourself to 25 points there and hit Star Wars in that second round. How are you feeling about the match?
Well, first of all, it's just so nice to be able to do 2 matches in a row from Atlanta. Like, this is so great for me. Yeah, the Force was definitely with me in round 2.
Nice.
I mean, I was going into this just like, I'm going to have as much fun as I can. I want to try to go to the distance with these guys. But I can't be happier with what I did. I mean, I got a sports question right. Like, I got lucky as well, and I'm just glad that I made it to the end.
It was really nice to see all the way around, guys. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. You showed why you're all the best in the game right now. The champions coming to play like champions. I mean, it was all the way through. You saw what has made you guys champions from the beginning, what's kept you in there, and really looking forward to the potential of what could come out of this. Whether it's maybe, who knows, maybe down the line you see the Smasher versus the Demon in a Star Wars match. Maybe you see the Demon versus Smasher in Innergeekdom. Hell, maybe you see Dangerous Dan and the Smasher in IG, and maybe Rocha will get a chance to go up against Alex Damon one of these days. Who knows? But this is very fun. I cannot thank you guys enough for joining us here today. Excited for me as a fan of this thing as much as anybody else to watch all you guys compete today in that way and have so much fun. Thank you very much, and thank you to the fans for doing this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you all go, and Mark and I will wrap up. But once again, thank you to Dangerous Dan, thank you to the Outlaw, thank you to the Demon, and thank you to the Smasher. We will see you guys very soon.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, Mark, this was something awesome, dude.
Did you see who was taken off the screen
I
last?
had to be the last one to go out of the 4 of them, huh?
Just happen to be some of the top competitors in the league and actually champions of their respective leagues. But I think that the takeaway for
He has a
everybody
belt and
watching
I don't.
this is twofold. Number one, you never know
It's also got a
what's gonna
faction
happen
and
in
I
round
don't.
3, and you never know what piece of knowledge that you might
This has
not
a cowboy
already
hat
have
and you don't.
pull at the last second, like what we saw with the John Rocha in his 5-pointer from round 3. And number 2, and this is really the most important thing, see Goon. It's a really underrated sport.
It's really
if you have some free time, and who doesn't these days? If you get 2 hours, watch Goon. You're not going to be
horse somewhere too.
Well,
I ride it to school every day.
Because we have so many great
matches.
So many great matches. The amount of exhibition matches that we have. this is just the first one. This is the first one that we've done. We have so many, and I can't name all of them, but I'll name a few. We have Perry Nemiroff, who will be defending her Jurassic Park title. That's going to be happening, and her new releases title. You also have the new release, the movie release belt will be back on the line between Mance and Bateman. I mean, the romantic comedy, Janine the Machine, Video Drew, Breanne Chandler, so much happening in...
I got one for you. Are you ready for this one? Are you ready? This is the one that when we brought it up to Mayor Goldie Wilson, he said, I like the sound of that.
Back to the future.
Back to the future. The James Bond is finally happening. The James Bond match between Emma Fyffe, Mike Kalinowski, Tim Franco, and Brad Gilmore. There's going to be a horror
had
match.
to back out of that one,
There's so much. There's so much that we have, and I cannot wait for all of you to see it. If this was just a taste, this was just a taste of what you're going to see, and this started the whole damn thing off. I'm excited. I can't wait. This is a little like mini league that we're going to have while we're waiting for other things to happen. But I can't thank Alex Damon enough. I can't thank the Smasher enough, Dangerous Dan, and John Rocha for making this happen today. It was a lot of fun, Mark.
Yeah, Christian, and it's a huge thank you to all of our fans watching and everybody working hard.
Mark's like, you can't thank me enough, though.
We know that you've been patient with us as we've gotten our footing in this new strange world that we're all existing in. But now we feel comfortable, especially after today's match. I think it's a huge confidence boon that we can get you more matches like this. So you have a lot of cool stuff that we can announce and some things that we haven't quite announced yet to be looking forward to in the world of the Schmoedown.
All right, so for the Mark, the baby, the carrots, Mark Ellis, I am Christian Harloff.
The baby, the carrots.
Thank you guys for all the patrons out there who are subscribed here to this tier that were able to see this match today. Thank you. You're keeping us afloat, and we hope that we keep you afloat with all the entertainment. So, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Ooh. All right.
That was a fantastic match.
That was, here's the thing, like, I'm sad that exhibition matches aren't up for best match of the year. Mm-hmm. You know, we'll see if anything else happens this year, but I'm saying for right now they've stated these matches aren't up for best match of the year. That would be the best match of the year. I don't think that can't be the best match of the year at this point.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
It had everything you want out of it.
But I've heard, like, I guess, like the Lord of the Rings, was it the Lord of the Rings exhibition match was even better?
Which we will see that, I think, next week.
I guess we're going to watch that. I don't anticipate us doing a very good job at playing along with it.
I got some time. Let's bone up on those special editions.
Let's crank out the Lord of the Rings movies. Is it just Lord of the Rings or is it Middle-earth also?
Middle-earth, so the Hobbits are in there too. So that's 6 movies.
Well, and not everyone. We're going to go watch those now.
They're all like 4 hours long. Well, the special editions anyway.
Well, I do need to go to sleep early tonight.
Yeah.
So...
No, you got to edit this.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to do this as well. So one thing I really did like about this, one takeaway, I would like to see this become a staple of every year.
Yeah, I like that idea because it gives whichever champion wins that. Not only do they have the belts that they already have won in normal league play, they also get the bragging rights of I'm the champion of champions for this year. And I almost think that you have a special, like, I don't know if you do, like, create another belt for it, or you create something. You create some kind of award that is a Champion of Champions award, and it's past, like, a Miss America crown or something.
Maybe.
Or Miss Universe crown or whatever that is.
But, like, maybe make this something that is attached to, I don't know, the end of Collision or something. Make it something like mid-year. Throw this on at the end. Every year you can count on getting all the champions, whether it's 4 or 5 at the time, depending on.
I could see that someday, like if they want to keep it to like do it as a Patreon exhibition. It's like if you have a certain ticket, stick around after the spectacular or after whatever this is over. Everybody else gets to go hang out in the lobby and do some more expo stuff if they want. I don't know. It's just tossing out ideas. It's probably not even going to work, but. Everybody who's got like a special ticket because they're a Patreon of this tier level, they get to hang out and watch one of these live. I think there's a good idea in there somewhere. I don't know how it would work logistically, but I think there's a good idea in there. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe right before like all the tournaments start. Just have this little competition between the current belt holders right before the tournaments.
Yeah, you do that. So you do that at the beginning. So you're only letting those people who got that special ticket or whatever indoors first. They do it, and then.
Anyways, I want to see this, Christian. Make this something that happens every year.
Yeah, this is an annual thing now. We're calling it. We're taking over the Schmoedown, the entire league.
We can't even get drafted. We can't even win the After Show of the Year
award.
We
haven't gotten the After Show award. We haven't been drafted yet. Give us something.
Can we make this declaration? Make this the Battle of Champions a yearly event. Just saying.
Like, all right, you guys got your wish, but that's all you get.
That's all you get. That's funny.
That was kind of a Joker laugh a little bit there.
Yeah. But yeah, very good match. Fantastic. Again, didn't really expect it. I mean, going back to what we were saying at the beginning of this, that everyone really has like their hands in like some of the other places. Except really Smets. Other than the fact that Smets being IG does mean he also is knowledgeable in Star Wars, but maybe not knowledgeable enough to fully go after that Star Wars belt yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing, too, and that is a correct statement, even to the fact that Smets basically said that was a correct statement. He didn't study singles. He didn't study any of the general trivia.
Which was a very smart strategy.
Which that worked out. That strategy does not work out every time.
Well, that strategy also isn't going to work for Dan or Rocha because they only do the singles and teams, which is basically the same question pool.
For them, what they would have to do is just stick with what they know, general knowledge, and study up on, a little more Innergeekdom and Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, which is the complete opposite of what Smets was wanting to do.
Yeah, and I think that strategy would work for them. Damon doesn't have to study Star Wars at all.
No.
I don't think Damon has to study Star Wars when he's just competing in Star Wars at this point. I don't think he has to do studying at all. He would have the biggest hill to climb, the biggest mountain to climb there, which is I've got to kind of refresh on a little bit of everything else, which, trying to refresh a little bit on general trivia is very difficult to do.
He pulled some answers, though, on that. He definitely made some polls where you're like, wow, okay.
He lucked out because he was asked questions about movies he's seen. That sports question with Orlando Jones.
Mm-hmm. For the replacements?
Yeah, he got that because he saw that movie.
I've seen that movie multiple times. Still couldn't pull Orlando Jones in that clutch. But love that movie.
So, this was good. Like, it comes down to what Christian said there at the end. You had Dan getting that perfect first round. You have Rocha pulling out that guess right at the last minute there. You have Damon nailing those Star Wars questions. And
taking a lead for a good chunk of that.
Taking that lead. And then you have Smets kind of doing almost what he did last year, which is that he was a rookie that came out of nowhere, and by the end of the year, boom, I came in, I got my belt. I said I was going to get the belt. He came in and just demolished this.
Yeah.
With strategy.
That's interesting. All four of them had some kind of glorious play in this. They all had something that they shined at.
Yeah. And so I was saying there at the end, it would be cool to see Damon win this. It was also really cool to see Smets win this because neither one of those two guys are general trivia. So this, for right now, for the matches that I've seen this year so far, I know we've got some other exhibitions to check out. There's still a Star Wars tournament to continue in. There's still an Innergeekdom tournament that remains to be seen. Right now, I think this is probably the best match I've seen this year.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I'm even including Bateman and Murrell in Atlanta.
That was a good match. Oh, yeah.
So, this is probably one of the best matches I've seen almost in the entire Schmoedown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an exhibition, which is crazy. Put this yearly, put something on the line for it, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody put your belts in. Whoever wins this takes all the belts. That would be kind of ridiculous, but
make some kind of points as long as we continue this draft thing. Make some kind of point thing about it. I don't know.
Maybe your faction gets some extra points or something. I don't know. Maybe you just get bragging rights being that champion.
Anyways, there's a spark of an idea. We put it out there in the ether, not the reality stone, but the actual ether of reality. Wow.
I like what you did there.
That worked. Surprising.
The blood red goo that flows through.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this reaction. We're going to be doing, like I said, more reactions. We got the Star Wars tournament that's currently underway right now.
On Twitch.
We've got the IG. Oh, yeah. We'll go ahead and plug those real quick since I'm talking about them.
Yep.
Because they're on Twitch and we don't know how to interact with Twitch and
just
get
the
this
Star
stuff.
Wars.
Kind of like, as you saw, yes.
Just Star Wars.
As you saw with this video, you saw the video down here. That's because it's played on YouTube. We know how to grab the video off YouTube and embed it and edit and all that. Don't know how to do that exactly with Twitch, so therefore the Star Wars tournament, we are doing live reactions. I believe we are going to be continuing those. We did one live already, so you can see that on our channel. Yep. We're going to be continuing this, and I believe the plan is to do this Wednesday.
Yeah, so what's going to happen right now, I guess if we're going to go ahead and agree upon this, we're going to be doing these Wednesdays. We good on the time?
Yeah.
So... wonderful thing is we've actually talked with the Call to Action crew. What's going to happen is you're going to watch Schmoebaits on the Call to Action podcast channel, and then they're going to throw it back over to us, and we're going to do the reaction the day of the actual Star Wars match. We're going to do it probably near 11 o'clock at night. The actual time will come out.
Central Time.
Central Time, yeah, Central Time. The actual time will come out later on Twitter. Just be following us, and that way you can know when exactly we're going to be dropping those live play-alongs, essentially.
Twitter is going to be at Cinefanatics MLP. I will also be mentioning that again here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, come follow us as we do live reactions. Play along with us. We will be reacting to the Star Wars tournament live on this channel. So again, stay tuned to our social media. Find out when and where and how and all that stuff. I think we just said a lot of it, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Why is Gamora? That's what I was trying to point.
The IG tournament, I believe, is going to be on YouTube, so we will continue to do that normal.
Unless
we really do like the live, which I kind of do. So
if we get a wild hair, we don't need to be saying this on camera now.
I got a lot of wild hairs.
Move on.
Oh, anyways, so go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network on their YouTube channel. Make sure you like and comment on their exhibition match. Also keep in mind, this was a Patreon match first. This came out like over a month ago or so. If you are a Patreon member of the Schmoedown, you could have been watching this a long time ago and have already continued living your life going, man, that was a fantastic match.
That's a true statement.
Everything was true. So go over to their Patreon. Make sure you hop on the tier that's right for you. I believe these were at least $10.
Yeah,
which is always the magic number sweet spot for their Patreon right now.
$10 is the magic sweet spot. You get all sorts of stuff on their Patreon over there. Whenever we get back into studio matches again, you'll also get live events. You'll get those live throwdowns from the actual studio whenever all that stuff starts back up again. There's just so much value. You get these exhibition matches. You get all sorts of extra content, all sorts of stuff. Get on that Patreon. Recommended $10 tier.
Yeah. Anyways, all of that helps them out, and that's what they need. Also, make sure you subscribe to them because, again, just all goes into the big helping handle basket of whatever I'm saying.
What is
I don't know. Moving on. Anyways, as for us...
Why do people let you talk?
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It started ever since I was born. Anyways, as for us, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Cinefanatics MLP. See, told you I would talk about it again. Also, make sure you follow us on our Facebook group. We are at facebook.com/group/Cinefanatics. And also... hop on our Patreon. We actually have a Patreon now. It's patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Choose the tier on there that's right for you as well. We do have a watch-along that's going to be coming up this weekend. We will be doing and you can watch it live if you're a Patreon member at our $10 tier or up. Or you can watch it later on if you aren't able to watch it live. We'll make it very easy for you. I believe we are going to be doing Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
No, you're Chris Adams. That's what the thing said at the beginning when your name popped up with your Twitter handle. Yeah. Anyways, so there's no confusion. He's not Iron Man.
I'm hungry. Wrap it up.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, hop on our Patreon, patreon.com/Cinefanatics. Also, make sure you come back and join us for our live stream show. Ooh, wow. For our live stream show. Ooh, wow. Whistled through that one.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Our live stream show, the tagline is Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We are talking movies. We are talking other movies.
Why do we have a YouTube channel?
I don't know. This is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast doing this. So come back for our live stream show. This coming Tuesday, we have something very interesting going to be happening. Follow us on our social media. Again, Cinefanatics MLP.
Literally all this stuff is going to be dropping on social media. You need to be following us to see what's coming.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. Anyways, that's going to do it for this. Make sure you like and comment on this video. Make sure you subscribe by hitting that subscribe button that's down below. There's also a subscribe button that's up there above his head. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made. And as always...
You'd think The Land Before Time would have time by now. It's been so many so many pieces of that movies.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
end it.
Yeah. Later.
See ya.
Well, I mean, not to diverge away from movies, but when's the final Final Fantasy?